How's everybody doing? This is Total Package. This is Jim. Gonna show some of the stuff I did with my Navi now that it's pretty much complete. So let me show you some of the stuff I did. If anybody is gonna do any modifications at all, the first thing you guys should be doing, first modification, no matter what, all the tires. First thing, those tires are dangerous. In the rain, it's slick. Now, in a lot of the parts now, we're coming into fall, winter, change your tires. I went with the Michelin grip 120 by 70s, front and back. 120 by 70s, front and back. There it is, front and back. My rear fender, that's done by Ken Wallen. Excellent. I love the way it looks. Minimal. It does its job. It protects the air intake. It's exactly perfect. Never had any problems with it. You install it right, you never have any problems with it, okay? Gotta install it right. So anyway, tires, first modification if you're gonna do anything. Okay, let's see what other modifications I have done. Again, I put this hard case on, okay? Put this hard case on, go to work and back, computer, laptop, other stuff. So I put it in here, you know? That's what I do. Sometimes I have my wife on the back. Again, the padding, fantastic. Okay, also, gas. Extra container of gas. I got this from the idea from Quasimotor. He has one. I don't know if he went with the 1500 tank. I went with the larger size. So this is the 1500 liters. So I went with that, okay? And again, went with man in the box intake. Okay, so I went with that. I know on other YouTubers saying, oh, you know, I zip tied it to this hose. Other people said, oh, doesn't look right, zip tied, looks perfect. Don't know what anybody is talking about. Looks perfect, no problem. Changed to Malassi variator, changed the clutch. NCY clutch I put in there. Malassi, now the rollers, I used the 12 grain. Now, I did Dr. Pulley's 11 grains, and yes, it's faster, 0 to 20, 0 to 30, 0 to 40 with Dr. Pulley's. But the problem with that is it is screaming. I mean, the engine is screaming. And my top speed, I could only get it to 51, 52. I put the Malassis back on, 12 grain. Okay, almost as fast. I wish I had the times, didn't do the times, but almost as fast. Yet top speed on level ground, and I'm getting like 55, sometimes 56. So better top speed with the Malassi 12 grains, and the engine is not screaming. So that's what I went with. I got this graphic design. Okay, it was on eBay, and I got the one in the middle, like the 16 width, and I put it on fine. Everything was good. Took my time, but as you could see, I guess out in the heat with the sun, it started bubbling. And I didn't have this originally, but it started bubbling. So it is what it is. You know, no big deal. Sound system. Let's go with the sound system. I put the Go Hawk on here. As you could see, someone mentioned again in their YouTube video, oh, they zip tied this. I don't know where these people are getting these things from. You don't zip tie it. This thing fits, as you could see, this thing fits perfectly with the brackets that they give you. Again, these are the brackets that they give you. It sets up perfect. And then I put my phone holder on here. So again, I put the phone holder on here. And with the sound, now I'm going to tell you right off the bat, okay? And of course you see, I have the Vance and Hines exhaust. And I'll go over Vance and Hines in a second. But when you're riding 50 miles an hour, just anybody who has any kind of rinky-dink sound system, you're not going to hear it. And I don't care what they tell you, you ain't hearing it. Okay? I put the Go Hawk. I can have this on. This bike can be screaming at 55 miles an hour, and I can hear the music perfectly. I mean, this thing is fantastic, and I think I got it on eBay. I'm not sure how much I paid for it. I think it was like $40, something like that. You can't go wrong with this thing. You cannot go wrong. So again, I have that. You can see my windshield. Okay, so what I did put on the windshield, like you see a lot of people have this Honda windshield on. But I found when you're doing 45, 50 miles an hour, the wind's hitting you right in the chest a lot. So I added this little adapter on top to see if it make a difference. It makes a little bit of a difference. It does. Not much, but a little bit. So I'm fine. I still see over it. So it's not a problem. When I sit, I see over it. So it does help a little bit, so I put that on. I got the nameplate, as you can see, Navi, put that on. Did everything with the, you have to change everything. I did everything with the LED lights. LED light in the middle. I have the lights. I got this on Amazon, as I could show you. Let me show you. Let me show you the blinkers. Other people have this. So as you can see, there you go. So that's how they work. Works beautifully. I like that. So looks nice and clean. Headlights, no blinking when you start it, nothing. I did the conversion, okay? So I did that. Also in the back, as you could see, I got the plate. So it's minimum. Nothing's holding under here, but it looks good to have these things instead of having this blank. So I did that, and again, with the lights, LEDs, put that on. So that's fantastic. Now let me tell you, the shocks that comes with this bike, they're not bad. Have to tell you, they're really not bad. But I put NCY shock on here, a lot better. But like I said, the originals are not that bad that you think. But the NCY is a lot better, so I put that on. So I did change that. I got, let me see, you can see, I got LEDs. So again, I got LEDs here, under, and I actually did, I forget who it is. I think it's Torres who did it. I'm not sure. But I also put LED lights inside the box. So so at night, you open up the box, it's lit up. So that's fantastic. Another thing I changed, horn. I changed the horn. Now, the horn that comes with it, again, typical horn, beep, beep, low road runner sound. This thing's a nice low sound, much better. I mean, you really can't, you're really not going to get it from filming this, but let me, very loud. So they're going to hear you. So again, much better. I was looking at the Denali, but the problem with the Denali, it's a lot bigger. And with this box, gonna have trouble fitting it in. So this thing fit perfect. I could fit it right here where the old one was, and it worked out great. So again, another thing, handlebars. Took off the old handlebars, put the new ones on, the Pro Taper. Now, here's the problem. With the Pro Taper, okay, it's lower than the original. And me, I'm 5'6", and I have short arms. And I don't like to be crouched down on this bike because you're not supposed to be. You're supposed to be sitting upright. That's the purpose of the bike. This isn't a crotch rocket, okay? So again, let me show you what I did here. What I did was I put the risers on, okay? Because these bars are short, I put the risers on. So now it makes the handlebars the same height as the original ones, but with less, it doesn't have the vibration that the metal ones had. So that's the reason why I'm changing these things out. Also, again, I put the NCY throttle, put the NCY throttle on there, put new grips. So I got new grips on there, again, on there. So also what I did, okay, I got the USB on here, as you can see, and then I don't know if you can see it over here, but here, okay, quick disconnect. You could disconnect it, trickle your battery right on it, and then hook it back up, and then your USB is good to go. So that's fantastic. I did that, hooked it up to here, so I charge my phone, Bluetooth while I'm listening to music. Let's see, what else did I do with this bike? I think that's pretty much it. Again, you know, the rack's on here, especially when I put this thing on. I think that's basically it that I did. Oh, and the LEDs. I changed everything to LEDs, even the bulb in here. At night, it lights up a portion of it, but you can't see the, like this end, you can barely see. Put in a little bulb, LED, lights up the whole thing. So anytime you get this bike, you got to change everything to LEDs. I mean, that's the way to go. I mean, cheeky seats, I want to get the extra padding one. I don't know if they have it in nut brown. I want to get it. It is a bit pricey. 165 extra padding comes out to 180, and then tax. So it's a bit expensive. I may get it later on, okay? But again, you're not going on very long rides with this. I mean, you can. Then I could see having the cheeky seats, but the padding. But right now, you know, I'm gonna do without it. Maybe I'll get it as a Christmas present, what have you. Again, the storage box, it's fantastic. It's big. It fits a lot of room. So that's good. And then, you know, I get a lot of people that ask, you know, you buy the bike, and I bought this. Again, I also put the alarm system. You could get this from Amazon, $25. Also, you could get the AirTag, whether it's Samsung or Apple. You can hide it anywhere in this bike. That's another measure where if your bike does get stolen, you could find it. Yeah, so that's basically it. Like I said, to wrap it up, you know, people ask me, you know, you put all this money into this bike, you know, why don't you just get a Grom or, you know, the Kawasaki 125? It's not the point. It's an automatic. I have a Victory. I have a fast, big motorcycle. This thing is fun around town. I mean, I can't believe how much fun I have with this. And what does everybody do with motorcycles and scooters or anything? They fix it up. That's the purpose of the aftermarket. That you enjoy customizing it to what you like. That's the purpose behind the whole thing. Making it your own individual preference of what you like to ride, and then getting together with groups of that type, the Groms, the Navis, getting them all together, and you ride together and you have fun. That's what it's all about. And again, safety's first. And again, if you like to ride at night, get the LED lights that light up everything. I mean, you got to watch your laws. I was talking to some officers, besides having it red, they don't like it red, but if you have it green or whatever, they tell me the more you light up whatever you're riding when you're on a motorcycle or scooter, the better off you are. They're not going to bust your chops with it. So get the LEDs. The more you're lit up, the better you are, okay? And again, this is pretty much what I've done with my bike. You know, I don't foresee me doing anything more for right now, except maybe, again, with the seat, if I could afford it later on, if I want to do that, and I can put that money into it. But that's basically it. So please subscribe. Any comments below? You know, anybody have any questions, I'll answer them, no problem. You know, and anybody that is thinking of getting a Navi, or you know, thinking of, this thing's a fantastic bike. It's you have fun around town, and the purpose, I shift my motorcycle, no problem, but not to think about shifting, and you get into traffic and you got downshift and everything. This, you don't have to do that. You can just forget it. Just enjoy the scenery, enjoy the ride. It's just fantastic. It's something else to do where you don't have to worry, you know? And so that's basically it. So take care, everybody, and be safe riding. Take care.